Yeah, baby, and we're live Thursday night. And we got, once again, very special guest. Finally got you guys back on. Go around the top, and we'll start all the way around, baby, and introduce yourselves.
Nicholas Klaus, bass and vocals.
Steve, go for it.
I am Steve McLeod. I play guitar for Axe Minister.
Bas van Bismarck, play the drums and cause trouble and a bunch of drama for the band.
Right on, man. I love it. I love you guys. We'll just get right into it, man. You guys, today, it's a big day for you guys. Right. How has it been, man? Has it been a good response? You guys fucking happy with what's happening? Or?
Well, if I can take this quickly, it's my birthday today, and so it's a pretty nice birthday present. It was really I went to a funeral today. It was a really intense day for everybody, for me. But the album itself, it literally took hundreds of years, centuries to get to the point for this album to be made. And that's not even an exaggeration. The Ottomans had to invade Constantinople, and then they had to go into Romania and Eastern Europe for somebody like Vlad to come up, murder a bunch of those motherfuckers. And then 400 years later, the French rise up and start killing the monarchy and the royals, and the French Revolution starts, and Napoleon Bonaparte becomes captain and eventually emperor. And then 200 years later, we get to write. Ex-Minister comes in and freaking tells the world more about things. So hundreds of years in the making.
Yeah, while the Turks were storming the gates of Constantinople, and we were there defending the world, but then the Sophia, Basilica, I couldn't just stop humming the main tune, Life and Liberty. Bum 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 bum. That's right.
Yeah.
And I guess that's why the walls crumbled in Constantinople. I guess I should have put more effort into pouring tar on those Turks. But hey, now you get to see the glory that is Axe Minister.
The response from people leading up to this day has been really amazing. We've had John Asher and Asher Media Relations and Zachary Moonshine and Metal Devastation PR putting this out for us, and they've done an absolutely amazing job, and just all over the world it's gone and been posted, press releases, and
John Asher's a legend, man. Shout out to him for sure.
Done just an absolutely amazing job. It's he always does a great job. He's like yeah. And then
I just got a phone call from.
It's just amazing, absolutely amazing. And so it's been really great. Like, we've been in Decibel Magazine, we've been on Metal Rules. This Day in Metal just put us out today, the press release, and we appreciate and love it from all of our metal brothers and sisters all over the world.
Yeah, on the radios and stuff.
We hope you enjoy. It's out today. We hope you enjoy it.
So we'll just go right into it after that. Then where do we find it? Where's the best spot we can find it to help support you guys?
Well,
on saving the world, baby.
First you gotta start. Make a prayer circle with a big bonfire. Then you gotta sacrifice the seventh son, bastard son of the town chief.
Taking notes.
And then once you do that, you write on the sand with blood of virgins, www.axminister.ca, and it has all the information.
Awesome, man. I'll get
they have to be real virgins, none of those fake born again virgins.
Right.
An
How
axe
about if
minister
just stick with anal?
3P. An
Does that
axe
still
minister
count?
3P.
That's not a virgin in my book.
Well, that's a loophole. Depends on whether you're Christian or Catholic if you can do anal or not.
We
You know.
do not believe in loopholes. Loopholes are for the weak. Let the lawyers have their loopholes.
Yeah.
We believe in truth.
Yeah, just call my lawyer. He'll work in the details out for you guys.
An axe
But,
minister 3P is a special portal into history of the strong men that came before us. And there needs to be a process to get it.
Yeah, that's good though. I like having a mission. Once I hear it, it's like, how do I find more? How do I get into the rabbit
You
hole
know,
that is
you,
Axe Minister, right?
anything great that ever happened in history required sacrifice. When God was testing, was it Abraham, with his son,
His
and
only son.
his only son, and
Yeah.
he had the blade on his throat. That's not just God having fun. That is just to show us the importance of sacrifice. That we are willing to sacrifice. And if you want the privilege of listening to this great album, this history lesson, this journey through time, you have to sacrifice maybe a couple of bucks on the band.
The
Yeah.
story of Abraham is also about
Yes, if you're
obedience.
really stuck for virgins, you could just go to axeminister.bandcamp.com and probably find it for that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I guess
I'm
you
always
could.
available for sacrifices.
If we
But,
have to get, look, my friend, if we have to get really theological here, the story of Abraham was also about obedience. And that's also a big part of Axe Minister. You think I want to do this? You think I want to sit here right now with my gear, telling the world to get my things? No, I could have had a wife. I could have had a house. But no, I'm here to serve the metal gods, to bring this album to you. These fingers have been to great places, my friends. But the greatest place that they've ever visited was on the E string, A string, D string. And I don't even know the name of the last string because I don't even need it.
Yeah, I just call it the other string.
I call it the pussy string.
All right.
It doesn't have no bass.
It's not the G string, is it?
Yeah,
Oh.
maybe. Who cares?
Actually, we'll ask a professional. Google
What am
that
I?
shit.
Some kind of a music?
Yeah.
Well, to tell you a little anecdote about the history of the band, and the songs on the album, the Vlad the Impaler. And I'm sure you're gonna ask us why we chose those songs. I'm sure that's gonna be one of your questions. And I'll say this: the first time I got impaled, I was actually an Orthodox priest, and back in Vlad's day, and my job, I taught the sanctity and the kingdom of marriage between the man and woman, and I taught women how to pleasure their men, and my name, you might have heard of me, was Padre Felicio. And I had other names as well, like my street name was like Father Licuscorum, or in the seminary school they called me Brother BJ. But what happened is Vlad found out, and I didn't like what I taught his wife. And even though the weird thing, he wasn't even married, but I ended up on his shit list, and ended up in a forest of impalement. So that really stuck with me. No pun intended. I was really stuck. And that was the first time I got impaled. Later, I got impaled again when I came back on my further lives. Weirdly enough, it had nothing to do with Vlad. It was in the 60s. I was trying to sneak into my neighbor's pool, and I just got impaled on the fence. Not as exciting. I was 14 years old, so not as exciting. But Padre Felicio, the first time I got him.
His name.
Blessed be his name.
The second one he did it because he likes it.
Right.
So yeah, look him up.
Bismarck, are you telling me that the great Vlad the Impaler engaged in relations of the intimate kind without the sacred sacramony of marriage?
No, that's why he was so angry. He was a virgin, and the only way he could penetrate other humans was with a big stick, impaling them. and it was just for him to be able to cope because no woman wanted to bone him, and he really became a kind of, I guess, a cis male, the first cis male,
I
and
know.
that's when he became
Thank God.
angry.
Yeah,
Thank God. You know what? Because I thought we're gonna have to be renaming the album here.
definitely.
You know-
We'll be in touch.
He was originally
putting
known as Vlad the Impotent.
Listen, putting people on spikes.
The Impaler's a way better
It's
way to go
good.
out, that's
As
for
long
sure,
as you
man.
don't fornicate outside of marriage.
Yeah.
As long as you don't fornicate outside of marriage. I'm 43 years old, never had sex, because I never had a ring on my finger.
That's rough, man.
No, it makes me who I am today.
Brings out the emotion even more in the music.
That's right. You think singing like this, it's something that just comes naturally.
Mm.
Something I
With
practice
this album,
when I cry in
Hundreds
the
of years,
shower.
man, hundreds of years,
Hundreds of years.
to
With,
get to the point.
where
It's
did
not
you
even
guys record the album this year?
Oh, yes. We recorded with a fine gentleman.
Tyler Williams,
Tyler Williams!
Good
Such a
job.
good guy, my friend.
Monolithic Productions over in Austin.
Monolithic Productions. Used to
Well,
play in a
you know-
band called Sledgehammer.
We should point out that
dude.
the angel Gabriel came to us and directed us towards Monolithic Productions, and he came to me in a dream. Actually, he came on me in a dream, but he came to Nick afterwards when he was done. I guess he didn't find me intellectually stimulating, only physically stimulating, but he liked Nick's brain, and he directed him, the great archangel, towards Monolithic, and then Tyler Williams showed us the magic, supported by the angel choir of angels, or the angels.
We had the best. We had Rick Rubin begging us to do his albums. And please, Klaus, you're a genius. Let me do your album. Bob Rock, no way. We only wanted Tyler Williams from Oshawa. Dirty.
I was gonna say, yeah, out of the schwa there, baby. I'm heading there actually on Saturday. A buddy of mine's performing there, opening for Mad Child, so we get to go and chill and hang out for that.
Where are they playing?
Somewhere in Oshawa.
Probably the Atrium.
Fox and the Hound or some shit.
Oh.
No, they're not at the Atrium this time.
Well, big
Atrium.
shout out to the Atrium.
Yeah, I was gonna say they just had the big metal fest there, the 2 day thing. They had Deadwood come up and played. Eaten by Sharks was there.
Nice.
Fucking, we had one of the other bands that were on there. There were so many bands, man. It was crazy.
Every time I play Oshawa, someone tries to steal my gear or like wants to fight me. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Just-
you
I
gotta
don't
get
get
in
it.
and out real quick, man. That's
I
the
don't
thing with the
understand.
schwa,
It's always,
right?
they want to thief my snare or just like get into a fight with me.
Yeah, do both.
Luckily,
your snare.
luckily for them, I'm a coward.
So
Yeah.
what's it
I
like on
remember
top here?
somebody tried to steal my amp. I walked out like a man, looked him in the
Yeah.
eye, and said, "Excuse me, sir, that is my amp."
Hey, that's
He said,
delicious.
You know what happened is similar thing is like I went up to a guy who was trying to. I'm like, "Excuse me, sir, that is my drum set. Can I help you with that?" He was a pretty big guy, so. Sorry, go ahead. You had a question,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, what do you guys got coming up for the rest of the year? I know you've done quite a few shows now this year.
Yes,
And
but
then,
we are saving ourselves for the big one, which is going to be on June 16th or 17th at the Bovine Sex Club. It's going to be our
nice.
official release party. We're going to have some great bands.
Yeah, Saturday,
Turn
June
Down
17th.
Metallica.
June
16th?
16th?
No.
Saturday, June 17th.
June
Nice.
17th. 1-7. Sweet 17. We're going to have the best bands open up for us. Megadeth, Aerosmith, Van Halen.
Nah, actually, you know what? We can find some better Toronto bands. I think some better.
Yeah.
We have some bands that we're thinking of, but let's not mention anything yet. Because
Yeah, no.
little do you know-
Actually, you know what? You're the first to hear of it. We haven't even announced this yet, but
That's
We got-
amazing.
are going to Details to follow. But yes, the Axe Minister EP release of Ver Fortis is happening at the Bovine Saturday, 17th.
Now, this is your first appearance on the full album, is it not?
It's my time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great McLeod.
Axe Minister.
I have
this
a few
reality,
questions for you, my friend.
Called me forth, I came.
What's it like to finally be on the full album and be going and jamming now? You know what I mean? Is that being your first time with these guys in that sense?
It's been a long journey musically for me. You know, I played in many places and many bands. King Olaf the Black first sailed to the northern shores of Scotland. Dropped off his two sons, Duncan and Connor, to start the Clan MacLeod.
I was gonna say
that they don't tell of the third son that unfortunately got cursed by a sea hag on the trip and locked in a box for the trip, only to be set off on a small raft on fire out into the ocean. But I've traveled since then, telling the truth. And then these two called me up in a library somewhere. Sometime.
That's right. We were reading the sacred texts.
Services.
Sacred texts.
Sacred texts brought me forth. And now we're all going forth together. This is the new chapter of Axe Minister. We're going to continue to go forward, get better all the time. And it's an honor and pleasure.
You know, for us, this was just a rehearsal. Nick and I, we were just getting ready for MacLeod. We already knew, we had the inside info that MacLeod is going to be joining up, but he was traveling for time. And one thing about time, it takes his time. And so we wanted to perfect our craft. You know, we weren't sure if this is going to be our last lifetime. Because according to what we know, the world is ending once we're gone. So we decided to just keep honing our craft. And then once MacLeod arrived in this realm, it was time to unleash to the world our 20-minute epic songs and tales of impalements and sons of dragons.
I know. I'm excited.
The problem is every single time we are reincarnated, we come back as somebody else and we have to find each other. The problem is there are many haters, many imposters who try to pretend they're the MacLeod. They try to play guitar like the MacLeod.
There can be only one.
Speak like the MacLeod. Make love like the MacLeod. There's only one MacLeod. We finally found him.
That's awesome. Oh, fuck. I'm excited, man. I'll get the date off you afterwards, and I'll make sure I book it off at work, man.
Bass alluded to something very important here. When Axe Minister is dead, the world is dead. So you need to support Axe Minister. It's your responsibility to this world to keep us alive, to keep the world alive.
That's true, man.
That's deep, and I agree with that statement. Buy our album.
I was going to say,
listen to us on Spotify, iTunes,
and your merch. That's all also on the website, right? Merch is also an amazing way to help support everybody, right?
We made our own T-shirts, and each one is unique, slightly off center, not perfectly pressed.
Unique, one of a kind.
Each one was a unique, one of a kind work that won't be replicated. Wasn't done in a factory. We did it ourselves. And
we are the sweatshop.
We enslave little children to make our shirts over here in the Boneyard, baby.
Yeah, they probably do a better job than we did. But
man, they're awesome.
My little hands censored the screen. My little hands move the squeegee. My little hands.
Yeah, they never press too much, too light. They're perfect weight, perfect size.
I am that child. That inner child is within me.
point is, buy our merch. It's unique, and unique is just another word
Mike,
for
if I
poorly
can
made.
get serious for a second, you know, there is a crack. There is a crack in everything, but that's how the light comes in. And there's a lot of cracks in our t-shirts.
So,
But that's
did
what makes them
I
nice.
You're correct. Did you guys participate in the Whacken tryouts for
Yes!
Whacken this year?
Rigged election, rigged judging.
We
Yeah.
actually did it. We don't believe that the world was ready for us. You know, so we decided to step back our gaming a little bit, let some of the other bands have a chance in the limelight. You know, our destiny is eternal. Let them have it this time around. We were happy to just play the first round and be eliminated. That was our
Wrong,
plan from
wrong.
the beginning.
Rigged election, rigged election. I saw ballot boxes being stuffed. I saw the crooked judges taking bribes. That's why on January 6th, we are going to storm the Wacken Capitol building. And forget those traitors. They're going to be persecuted by Germany's highest court, highest secret court. I need to stop talking.
We fell to the mighty Ammo. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. They're an amazing band. They fell to the mighty Eaten by Sharks,
They're
playing
fantastic.
Yeah, awesome band, man.
representing Ontario in the Wacken Metal Battle Canada. So everybody go out this Saturday to Lee's Palace.
Yeah. I got to say, we've had them on the show. I got to see them live. They are a pretty fucking good live band, man.
Yeah, man, they're awesome.
Yeah.
Seeing them for the first time on Saturday, I can't wait.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what?
but
They're
are they
entertaining.
really eaten by sharks?
They are. That's the thing, right?
Are
Yeah.
they? Do they have
I got their
sharks on
T-shirt in
stage?
my
Hey,
pile
listen,
over
man.
Do
here.
they have a shark on stage? Answer my question.
There's
Yes
5
or no?
members, I think, in the band. 4 of them were eaten by sharks. 1 was nibbled on by a shark. So
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right, fine. I'll take your word for
Yeah, the
it.
drummer's got all his limbs and legs, so that's why he plays drums.
Right.
I think
You
that's
know?
going to be the breaking story. It's going to be like
Yeah.
Milli Vanilli. We're going to turn out that they weren't really eaten by sharks.
Yeah.
They don't even have a shark.
I never
The,
asked,
the
actually.
big story, it's like they're actually eaten by dolphins.
Yeah.
Yeah, pussy
Race by
dolphins.
dolphins, man, because that's what those things do.
Flipper.
Get all high on pufferfish
Flipper
and
was a
then
communist.
rapers.
That's right.
Eat tuna.
I did the other day. I had a big fat fucking tuna sandwich, man, with cheese,
Who the
lettuce.
fuck likes tuna, man? Tuna
I
tastes
don't
like
know.
shit.
I
You
gotta
love
put
the mayo and
mayo
hot
on it.
sauce and
Yeah.
shit. Without
just
it,
don't
just,
know how to. No, listen. And some nice tuna and olive oil is delish.
Oh, the end of this
Delish.
season, we'll have hot sauce for sale, man. I made a bunch while I was out in
Nice.
BC with my good friend there,
Mhm.
and it came out fucking amazing. So
Awesome.
I just gotta wait. I'm growing the peppers now to do another like actual real plant, you know.
Have you
so-
had that Death Perception hot sauce? You know, you've
Oh.
heard of Death Perception.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
make their own
man.
hot- awesome, man. So good.
I've had
His,
that.
his wife,
Yeah.
she's a really excellent, I guess, cook.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
the show. Like even the cooking show. Now that we're back to work, so I'm gonna do cooking on the road to help bands or new bands learn how to cook with a toaster oven and an air fryer. I gotta get a slow cooker for the hotel.
We'll start a fire.
Yeah, pretty good.
We
one
don't
where-
eat. We just the music feeds us. So we personally don't eat. Just that's a problem. Sometimes we go and there's nobody in the audience, and we go weak. You know, we're like we need the energy of the audience. We're like vampires to just to feed us. You know, we don't
Mhm.
usually we don't.
It's
eat
hard
that-
to fill up the crowd still, like especially now that people are just getting used to coming out again. You know what I mean? We just got to promote more, I guess. Give me, posters everywhere, fucking.
People are really like I find that the scene is actually more robust now. I think people were really hungry for it. They missed
Dying
it. So,
for it, man. I know, like I've only gotten to see like one show this year, so 2, 3 Oh, 4 shows, I guess, this year, man. So I'm doing all right.
Buddy, honestly, like I started going again, shows here and there this year, and then like
Mhm.
every show's packed. It used to be like, oh, a dozen people, 15, 20 people, it's a good show. But now it's like venues are packed for like local shows. The local bands, well-known local bands like X Minister.
Mhm.
And eaten by
Yeah.
sharks.
The
Well,
awesome.
I think
Octave
people can
Violence
face
is another good
this.
local band there in TO. I know. I
What?
love that you guys are local too. I'll be able to actually catch the show this year.
Oh, we're local.
Me for a
We're
moment.
local.
And to the flowers.
I'll bring flowers in June.
Oh, what was that? I was gonna say something.
Well-
Oh yeah, the pandemic. The pandemic. Glad you brought that up. I think people are saying COVID was just a test for the real Great Reset.
Mhm.
Klaus Schwab. Bill
Oh, we
Gates.
could go right down that. 'Cause now they're
Of course.
talking about digital
That's
ID and shit.
Digital ID. This. That's
Right?
what
I
you
don't
need
even
to
know what
You
that
need to-
means.
Well, I know. Listen, all I know is that I'm against it. If it doesn't
Yeah.
come in the coin,
Yeah, I've heard.
Well,
All I had
I
to hear
hate
was the title, and I hate it. I don't even get it. I don't do it.
listen,
But
my friends. The only way you can fight the Great Reset is by buying our album, subscribing to our Spotify, follow us on all the social media. Because we are the resistance. If you are listening to this,
yeah.
you are the resistance.
I was gonna ask you, what flowers you growing back there? What'd you end up watering up there? But I'm a green thumb. I love fucking.
It's a grave, isn't it? Just tell them the truth,
I was
man.
gonna
It's a
say,
grave. Who you
it's
got
my
buried back there?
compost pile.
They're yellow flowers.
Nice. Dandelions.
Dandelion patch. I love it.
Yeah. And you guys have videos and shit yet,
we have
or like?
videos. My friend, have you ever heard of the play Waiting for Godot?
Yeah.
Do you?
Oh, yeah, I have the
Wow,
book right
no.
here, man.
You gotta check out all
I have
bands.
the play script right here, bud.
Great,
Ah,
great.
nice.
And you need to check out Existential Christmas. It's like Waiting for Godot, but better.
Awesome. I got a new Christmas fucking song.
Yeah, man.
Are you guys? Oh,
I used to be obsessed with Waiting for Godot in my early 20s for some reason. I would just like read it honestly. I think it's because in a previous life I was Samuel Beckett's mistress's cat, his kitten that was hit by a car. But I got somehow it's I guess latched on to me being Samuel Beckett's mistress cat's kitten that was hit by a car. Gave me an impression to like that carried over to this lifetime where I was in my early 20s. I was seriously obsessed with Waiting for Godot. I would read it like every few months. I would read it again, and then I just forgot about it. And then we did the existential Christmas song, and but one of the good things about having so many lifetimes is like you get a lot of ideas and you learn a lot. So I was a filmmaker, and all the stuff that we shot, a lot of the stuff that we shot for that original video, my hard drive crapped out and I didn't have it backed up, so we lost all the footage. And we wanted to release the video on Christmas, and it was like a week before. And I panicked. We had like no idea. We lost all the footage. What the fuck am I gonna do? And then I fell back to Waiting for Godot because existential Christmas, it's kind of about like the existential reality of life, how we're all gonna die, we all have similar struggles. Say whether you're a king or the beggar, or an ox, you just want to eat. So it kind of fits that theme, and so we're like, okay, I'm gonna shoot like my own version of Waiting for Godot. So without even having read it in like over 10 years, I kind of like really quickly, like on the fly, shot this thing inspired by Waiting for Godot, and edited in like freaking like 48 hours. I put it all together. There was like a crazy panic, and it came out there. A lot of love and hate to that video. Yes, that's where the Samuel Beckett Waiting for Godot thing comes in. People who know the play, I think, will pick up on that little thing. Like the text message a guy comes is like, "Keep on waiting, got it," and it's like
Yeah.
from Dios. So
I
it was
actually
fun.
just started a new book a couple weeks ago. The fucking dude from Ministry, Al Jorgensen, man. Fucking, what a read this has been.
Nice.
Oh, my camera fell. Fucking thing.
Well,
Oh.
I never read Waiting for Godot because I grew up in the swamps of Eastern Europe. And after Stalin, waiting for the bread lines, I ain't waiting for anything. Plus, Bismarck says you should read Waiting for Godot. And I'm like, what's the point? I played Godot. I was waiting for
Now my
Godot.
camera broke. I'll just fucking hold it.
Oh, we lost
There we
Steve.
go. There we go.
See it because Steve.
No.
We told you, man.
Oh,
this
yeah, he
was
dropped his camera.
one member goes off screen and look, disaster. Imagine if all of us, the world.
Yeah, boom. It
No.
wouldn't be the first time, man.
Steve just needs
My
to
stand just
recharge.
broke, so I'm holding my phone now, bud. We see if I get this thing back working.
You broke his
But,
phone, Steve.
Yeah, broke the stand, baby. It's all kind of fucked up now. There we go.
Well, let's go back to the
got it.
videos, my friend. The point is, yes, we do have every single album that we've released has a video. Every single one, but we're saving our talents for the big one. It's going to be the biggest video we've ever shot. It's going to have the Klaus, Bismarck, McLeod, plus a special appearance. I'm
Sword
not
fighting?
saying it's
I can't
Kanye.
wait.
I'm not saying
There we
it's
go.
Kanye.
Man.
I'm not saying it's Drake. I'm definitely not saying that it's going to be the Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
I'm not saying these things, but it's going to be huge. It's going to be the greatest video of all time.
I'm
Coming
excited.
I'm actually flirting with the idea of making a video for the Napoleon song, which is 17 minutes long.
Yeah.
So that would be fun, like using this. I want to film the paintings that I did for
Would
the
you-
album, like these paintings here, the album covers. I want to shoot them using this 3D printed attachment that we add to the lens, so it allows me to get like so close to it. It's just shallow depth of field and so close that it makes the painting, even though it's a 2-dimensional thing, into like a 3-dimensional plane.
Yeah.
Plus, I want to do some stop motion animation with it, plus some live band stuff. So I am percolating this monster video I want to do for Napoleon. I haven't really breached the subject with the band yet because.
Well, the only way we're going to do it is if I play Napoleon. All right. The Klaus plays
Hey,
Napoleon.
nobody plays Napoleon. Napoleon plays you.
Touche.
I've been working on my French. Oui, oui.
Oui, oui,
Oui,
monsieur.
oui. Oui, oui. No.
I speak French, but I've been drinking.
Hey,
That's
so we're
yeah.
ex-minister.
Need wine.
An ex-minister.
Hello,
We love the
good.
French. We love the French up until 1939, right, Klaus?
Oh, yeah.
Up until 1939, we love the French. Throughout French, Charlemagne, Napoleon, great history. The Gauls, basically gave Caesar his power. We gotta love the French. If it goes in your mouth and it's French, it's the best. Whether it be French
Great
fries,
composers like
Yeah.
Claude Debussy,
philosophy,
and
Voltaire,
Georges
Rousseau.
Poutine. Yeah.
George
Poutine.
Bizet.
If it goes in your mouth and it's French, it's the best.
Yeah.
Unless it's a French guy's dick. Then
They have good
not
food,
so
man, but
French
I do
cruelle.
travel and eat. When I was in South Africa, that was some good fucking home cooked food and shit there, man. Like, even Cuba, we went to my buddy's place there. Thomas fucking invited us all down to his house, and he cooked us up dinner and shit the one night. Fuck, it was all right, man.
You know what? Look, at the end of the day, any home cooked meal anywhere in the world is going to be awesome.
It's so true, man. I'm on the road so much. I think that's another reason why I love food so much, because you don't get good food really on the road unless you have a barbecue with you or
you get lucky, man.
you know.
Sometimes you get lucky with these diners. I love just you drive
on
I used
pop little spots, where you
right,
fucking
right,
get a real meal.
right.
Liver and onions is one of my favorite, man. I love eating the liver of my victims. So
Yeah, me too, man. I love
right.
liver, like raw liver,
Mm,
straight from my enemy's,
yeah,
side.
still warm.
But
Put a
it
little
has
bit
to be
of
an
a shake and
alcoholic.
bake
Only
on her.
an alcoholic's liver.
Right.
Like a straight edge liver. Just it's not the same.
It's like
You need
moonshine in a sense.
an
It's been
alcoholic's liver.
Yeah, it's been marinating.
Liver.
Tenderized.
Yeah. Hmm. So, are you guys looking at going across Canada this year, or are you guys going to stay locally for now, or are you looking to maybe do a weekend thing somewhere in Quebec, or
All the above. All the above,
all
man.
the
All the
above? All
above.
right. I know next year, July 24th, we're having concerns or corners of sanctuary. I always call them concern of sanctuary for some reason. They're coming up for our July festival, man. I would love to have you guys come out and play with that
Nice.
festival too.
Where
so
is
this year
that?
we're already
Where
booked.
is that?
It's just outside of Dundalk, Ontario.
Dundas?
Dundalk.
Dundalk.
Orangeville and shit. Have you ever been up that
do
this
I
far?
know Orangeville?
Yeah,
Never
right.
heard of it.
But
Yeah.
I
I
was
know
working in
New
Elora
Market.
recently.
Oh yeah, it's just
Newmarket.
north of there, brother.
yeah, I played with
Orangeville.
Dundalk with Steel Kitty.
Yeah, there you go. Steel Kitty, they're wicked.
Yeah, they're awesome.
But do they
um,
really?
Just a bit.
Yeah, it's a
steal the
big pig
kitty?
roast
Do
thing.
they
We
really
invite you out
steal
for the whole
kitty?
weekend. We feed you, give you a place to fucking sleep. You're like,
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember. I
big
remember
fire.
back when it was the false ex-minister when we did not find we made a holy alliance with the McLeod clan. We played a festival that we were promised a pig roast and some big ass festival, some field with beers and
Colburn.
yeah, I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to embarrass.
We call up this city.
Yeah,
Colburn,
man.
you're dead to me.
Right?
If you live
Fucking-
in
It was
Colburn,
terrible,
do not
man.
follow
I used to live out there, man.
This is not for you.
I did a lot of work out there on the
Colburn.
water, man. Fucking
Dude, we went up there, we drove there, fucking God knows how long, and we got there, and we were the only ones who brought meat. We brought
Yeah.
this cheap ass meat, and there's no other food. We barbecued our meat. We just like turned our heads. Everybody was so hungry, they stole it all.
oh, man, fucking
And yeah, that was the first time I murdered somebody. Luckily it was in Coburn.
Yeah.
And
Well, here you
Oh,
just
shit.
gotta either bring a tent or I can arrange for a trailer, and then fucking bring your booze and your guitars and stuff, and you're welcome for the whole weekend, bud.
Woohoo! I got like
we do games. Fucking
love
yeah.
it, man.
next year, then I'll write you in and I'll send you all the details. I'll get Hollywood to email everything over to you after the show sometime on the weekend here.
You hear that, world? You heard it here first on the Boneyard.
Yeah, and
That minister is doing the festival in
Yeah,
Orangeville.
Dude,
Orangeville.
Orangeville.
yeah, yeah, baby.
Doo-doo.
Yeah, it's a fun time, man. Fuck
Man,
yeah,
the last time,
shit.
last time I went to a pig roast, everybody was making fun of me as I sat on the podium.
Yeah,
Waka waka.
Is there anything else we need to fucking brag about and tell the world, maybe? Or
That took us 600 years to get to this point. Buy the album. Sorry, Steve. Go ahead.
Axminister.ca.
damn, baby.
Axminister.ca.
For this band, you guys got some wicked riffs, man. And I'm always usually like today definitely, but you're on my playlist, and I can't tell you a fucking name of a song, but the second it comes on, I can tell you that's Axe Minister right there. Like within one or two notes, man. Every time, right? Like the guys are killer, man.
Just remember, we want to spread the message that life ain't easy. You gotta sacrifice. You gotta work hard. Look into your heart to find who you were and who you are and who you will be, because all the information is there. They say time is linear, but it's not. Time is just a dot. We're all in that point. We just can't separate it in that reality. So make sure you stay in touch, with the divine that's outside and in us. And never forget that time is not linear. It's only linear for us because we exist in this illusion of a
Yeah.
reality. So just
Time is
remember.
different. I can get into
Okay,
a whole conversation about
let me do the final thought here.
Axeminister.ca.
Since Bismarck has 2 cents, let me have my 3 cents.
4 cents!
I am the leader of this clan. So, if Vlad Tepes and Napoleon Bonaparte achieved such great things in a time where they didn't have internet, they didn't have sanitation, toilet paper was more worth than gold, then you, my friends, you have nothing, no excuse to reach your highest potential. You too can one day impale your enemies.
If I may,
can one day storm the gates of Bastille like the Americans on January 6th. We're going to do to them corrupt, fucking judges.
The thing is...
Hey, I'm not finished. We might not be eaten by sharks, but we are minister. We are ministers called by a higher purpose, the divine. And Padre Felicio, pray for us.
Mr. Padre Felicio, is always part of me, part of the history of the world. But if I want to say one thing, Klaus made a very important point about the important moments in history. That's the thing about listening to Ex-Minister. You're privy to all these little, not just everybody knows who Napoleon is, but do people know that he was 20 years old when the French stormed the Bastille? Listen to that Napoleon song, you'll know that. And if you think about it, the Bastille was a generation. The storming of the Bastille in 1789 was a generation-defining moment, much like when I was 21 years old with September 11. And then you think back when Napoleon was 20 years old, storming the Bastille, changing world, changing dynamic, much like September 11 did. What did he do 20 years since the storming of the Bastille? Became emperor, ruled all of Europe. And then what did I do? I quit my job, got a little STD, some fungus in my mouth that I had to deal with, got fired, struggling to make ends meet, and then met the McLeod. And set out on the journey. So the point is, listen to us and it'll help give you purpose. Just like, you learn little tidbits in history that you're not going to know anywhere else. Again, like he was born August 15, 1769. Did you know that? That's a verse in one of our songs. A lot of little tidbits you'll learn and you'll rock out. And remember, you got to sacrifice in life. That's the only true path to greatness is through sacrifice. Time is not linear. It's a dot. And we're all living all time at the same time. And gooby gaba gibberish.
Well, look, just like Muhammad, peace be upon him, started his great journey at the age of 40, so us too. It's not too late for us to change the world.
Nope. That's for sure, man.
History, real history, and fucking metal. And with Ver Fortis, we're getting started now. We're just going to keep improving. We hope you enjoy. We hope you enjoy the ride. Thank you for your support, TJ. Thank you
to
listening. Thank you.
I love your band, and I love the fact you're like close to me, man. You're not even far. So we'll definitely get together. And next year, we'll put you on the bill. So now we have 2 bands to announce for next year's show. I love it. I love playing the year in advance,
folks.
You heard it here first.
Boneyard exclusive.
Bam, bam,
oh,
baby.
Man, maybe by then we have some new songs about history. We're working on some new stuff that still we haven't unleashed yet. So by next year, we'll definitely have some new information, some new chronicling our previous lives.
Don't be strangers, man. Anytime, come on the show, man. You guys are more than welcome. You have that calendar app, works anytime. So just re-click on it, or I'll resend it to you. Boom, book, and you're on, baby.
Thank you for having us, TJ. It's been an honor and a pleasure. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
Anytime, guys, and I look forward to seeing you guys June 17th, 16th, and 17th.
No, just the 17th.
June
Just the 17th, right? We're playing
See what
out
you've done,
front
Klaus.
first. I know.
It's gonna be the greatest show.
Everybody's gonna show up the
Shows.
16th.
Yeah,
June 17th.
you have to play outside.
Door prizes, merch, very
Yeah.
good drinks,
Very
good
averagely
songs,
made merch.
very
Perfect,
Subpar
man.
quality
listen,
merch.
Oh, my friend, how I would listen. It's imperfect. It's perfectly imperfect. Okay, crack everything. Light shines in.
Listen, we can talk all goofy and stuff for the next 6 hours. At some point,
I
think
know,
we're
I
gonna-
know.
No.
I'm hitting all these buttons. Here we go. All right, boys.
All right.
I want to thank you, man. It's always an honor. Thanks for coming on again. And I
A lot
look
of fun,
forward to talking to you guys soon. And we'll get all that info for next year so we can get prepped and ready to go.
All right.
man,
Watch
rock and roll.
it, Bill Gates.
Play it loud, play it proud, baby.
Rock and roll, homie.